Scanning for audio.
Welcome to the Tin Dog Podcast. This time talking about Cold Fusion, the 11th and last novelisation adaptation from Big Finish. It's the 7th Doctor and Roz and Chris. Or, conversely, it's the 5th Doctor, Adric, Nyssa, Tegan. Or it's a multi-Doctor story. Yes, a multi-Doctor story. You weren't expecting one of those this year, were you? Or perhaps you're always expecting a multi-Doctor story and you just have to let it go. This is one of those books I looked forward to reading to so much that I never quite got round to reading it. I used to look at the cover. Adric had some sort of armour. It looked a bit Sontaran, but I knew it wasn't because it looked too much like the Adjudicator's armour. It had the 5th Doctor and the 7th Doctor together, and I knew for a fact that this story couldn't possibly be as good as the cover implied it would be. But you know what? I regret not reading it, because it's pretty damn good. The main themes and thrusts of this particular story do happen to inhabit the world of the 7th Doctor on, well, paper. Moral dilemmas, questions posed by the authors, the sort of thing you just don't really get on TV, or indeed in some respects the main range. What you get here is the 7th Doctor in a quandary, puzzling things out, proving that a moral victory isn't always a victory, and a moral loss, well, it still doesn't matter. You don't need any of that. You need to know it's a storming story, which it is. You needed to know that it takes place on an ice planet, and there are two very distinct storylines. For a moment, for a large portion of the story, you think that the Doctors are never going to meet, and, well, you could let the author off for letting that happen. Because whether they remember things or don't remember things in the future, that's something, well, for the pedantic amongst us. There is an established system going on, but we'll just leave it there. This story also contains someone else from Gallifrey. If I go into any more depth than that, it's classed as a spoiler, so let's not talk about the large mountain-shaped thing under the ice. Because there is a large mountain-shaped thing under the ice, and it's terribly old, perhaps even older than that. There are ghosts coming through, which feel far too much like the Battle for Canary Wharf, but let's not bother going down that road. No, I can't be bothered to go down that road right now, because I want to tell you how great this is. Yes, the performances are great. Yes, the Doctor interaction is great. And yes, there are moments when Nyssa acts in character, but out of character. There are mentions of post-regeneration trauma and all that business. It's set almost immediately, well, days after the Doctor has regenerated into his 5th form. But you know what? Matthew Waterhouse has completely nailed Adric again. Yes, he was a fairly shaky start all those years ago when he came back to us, but now he is Adric once again, and it is superb to hear it all in place. The original storyline captured the characters perfectly, and here we've got a continuation of the same thing. It's a long story. It's 6 parts. It goes to places that really just keep you moving, but that's fine. There are trains that run on skis. There are sharkmen, the sort of thing that was just brilliant in the books. Well, it exists here. And yes, the massive conspiracy with the Adjudicators is something that could be gone into in so much more depth, but you know what? I've got the patience to wait, because I believe there will be more stories based on these things. Let me read you the synopsis and then you can decide for yourself. The newly regenerated 5th Doctor arrives on an occupied ice planet where the 7th Doctor is investigating dangerous energy experiments conducted by the Earth Empire. But events spin out of control when a refugee from a distant past arrives. Patience, the Doctor's wife. Yes, you heard that right, the Doctor's wife. And I know Yes, I know you're thinking of Idris and... Oh, I know. But don't let that cloud your mind, because these are stories that existed long before Neil Gaiman put Doctor Who pen to Doctor Who paper. This is different, and this is the reason why the novelisation adaptations must exist in a different universe to the main range and to TV. Head canon is the sort of thing that messes with your head too much. It's best just to let it go. It truly is. So with that, I'll fade away and play you the trailer and let you decide for yourself. So until next time, be seeing you.
Coming soon from Big Finish Productions. Doctor Who, novel adaptation.
Who's there?
Good afternoon. Lovely weather. Looks like it might snow later.
Cold Fusion.
Shall we explore?
Life here is harsh. Resources are scarce.
I thought they'd be civilized in the future.
Target acquired.
No!
Thanks to the Scientifica, this planet was one of the most harmonious in the Empire.
Yet they need a peacekeeping force.
You found yourself in the middle of a serious security incident.
You nearly
A
collapsed.
time disturbance. It was like being caught in a hurricane.
We wish to probe other dimensional states, to tap into dimensional energy.
My friends and I have been on this planet for 6 weeks, trying to discover exactly why the Adjudicators are massing their forces here and what the Scientifica is working on.
How can I help?
That's a ray-shielded door. What's behind that?
A recent arrival. Classified research.
Heavy security for a science project. Someone here has been manipulating events ever since we arrived.
I don't recognize this man.
Oh. Hello, Adric.
It's a big machine.
It's got to be at least 1 kilometre high, completely embedded in rock.
Hello there! Don't worry, I'm the doctor.
No, you aren't.
Chief Scientist, something's moving in there.
Enhanced audio.
What is it? What is it, Chief Scientist?
Big Finish. We love stories.
That was the Doctor Who Tin Dog podcast, available on iTunes, YouTube, Twitter, RSS, Vimeo, and across the internet. Doctor Who and its associated properties are all copyright and trademark of the BBC. No infringement is intended. Why not become a supporter by visiting patreon.com/tindog. Contact the show on tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.